Hey everyone, it's Aaron here. I wanted to talk to you all today about the additional COVID restrictions being brought in throughout the country, and specifically about the ones here in British Columbia, where it has recently been decreed that gyms, bars, and virtually all organized indoor gatherings be suspended, and that restaurants, movie theaters, and even private Christmas gatherings only be allowed to continue under certain capacity restrictions, even while allowing hockey games at Rogers Arena to carry on with nearly 10,000 fans. But inconsistencies and hypocrisy aside, I think the more important point here is that we can't continue to live like this forever. From lockdowns to mask mandates, at some point we need to learn to accept the now mitigated risk posed by COVID-19 and allow individuals and their families to make the choices that are best for them, especially considering the provincial government and health experts from around the world have all openly conceded they expect everyone to eventually contract the disease. Now, there is actually good news on this front, as the latest variant appears significantly less dangerous than those that came before it, as evidenced in South Africa and other countries, where a dramatic increase in cases did not result in a corresponding increase in deaths. In fact, it appears to be up to 70% less lethal than previous variants. And yet governments here in Canada have resorted again, almost instinctively, to the curtailment of individual freedoms, which is what I find so concerning. Instead of being a measure of last resort, it has now become the go-to policy solution, probably to cover up the fact they have failed spectacularly at almost everything else. Rapid testing, for example, has been available for free and on demand in the UK for almost a year. In BC, you have to smuggle them across the border. Booster shots, which are desired by many, are just starting to roll out to Canadians in their 60s. They have been available for all Americans for almost a month. And despite borrowing more than $500 billion during a pandemic, it would appear we haven't increased the capacity of our healthcare system at all. In fact, by firing thousands of healthcare workers who elected not to get vaccinated, we probably made the situation worse, which is made even more ironic now by the fact that the vaccine appears entirely ineffective at preventing the spread of the latest variant of the disease. Of course, despite this, the vaccine passport still remains in place. It's almost as if once the government takes away some of your freedoms, it can be very difficult to get them back. Look, I understand that there are many who are concerned about a variant, however mild, that has the potential to multiply quickly and overrun an admittedly under-resourced healthcare system. But the problem is the government has no end game here, no plan to move beyond COVID into a future where it will probably always exist. First, it was 2 weeks to bend the curve, then to lock down until we received inoculation. At some point, the government needs to acknowledge the limits of its power and return responsibility and individual agency back to the citizens of our country.